Okay, get yourself ready for your afternoon restorative practice. So get comfy. So it's nice and warm at the moment, so maybe you don't need extra blankets to cover yourself over with, but if you do, then have them. Just have whatever you need to make yourself feel comfortable and relaxed, which are the two main priorities. So have a blanket, folded blanket, evenly folded for underneath your head. Have a bolster underneath your knees, blocks underneath your feet. If you're wearing glasses, take them off. Perhaps you can cover your eyes with an eye pillow. Just allow yourself to just release into the ground. Don't be in a rush to find your final position. Just see how the body responds. See how it feels to bring yourself into this relaxation position on the ground. So our basic relaxation pose, just feel how the floor supports you. It's always really nice, I find, to allow the body to relax into the floor. Release into the ground. Listen to your breath. Soften your jaw and your tongue and your throat. Just adjust your position if you feel that you're not comfortable. Just feel how the floor supports your back and your head and your neck and your shoulders and your arms. Now the legs release into the bolster. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet and allow the soles of your feet to relax. Draw your attention into the tops of your feet. And again, allow tops of the feet to completely relax. Rest in the skin and the muscle of the top of the foot. Draw your attention into your calf muscles and the shins, allowing the shins to sink into the calf muscle, allowing the calf muscle to relax into the ground. Draw your attention into the thighs and the kneecaps, and consciously allowing the fronts of the legs to sink into the backs of the legs. Letting the muscles of the legs completely let go, completely releasing the tension from the legs. Release the tension from your arms and your shoulders, feeling how they connect to the ground and letting go of any tension in the arms and the shoulders and in the legs. Soften the abdomen, soften the diaphragm region, release the chest and the abdomen and the pelvis, sink in the front of the body into the back of the body. Release your shoulders into the ground. Relax the face and the bones of the skull. Releasing your eyes and your ears and your nose and your mouth. Just allowing the body to release into the ground. Just sink into the ground, allowing the body to just surrender into the straight line of the floor. Just allow the body to rest into the ground. Just let the body find its lightness, radiating from the bones and into the muscles. Just enjoying the feeling of complete release with no demands on the physical body or the mind. Just enjoying the complete surrender into the straight line of the floor. Allowing it to get deeper with each inhalation and exhalation. Okay, when you're ready, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, and bend your knees. Bring your feet onto the bolster. Have the feet apart and your knees together, just resting into the ground. And then very gently roll onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, push yourself up into cross legs. Just being cross legs for a moment, just observing your energy. Okay, we're going to do our mountain brook pose. So this always helps to really open up your energy, release the energy around the shoulders. So take your folded blanket and just bring it into this kind of eighth fold like this, and then just fold it down the middle. So you've got kind of a long, kind of slightly little kind of narrow lift for your shoulder blades. So your shoulder blades are going to go on there, your head's going to go directly on the floor, the bolster stays underneath your knees. You don't need any blocks for underneath your feet though. So come down in a good straight line, just have the shoulder blades supported on the blanket, and then let your arms rest over your head. If it's stiff in your shoulders, then you can just get some blocks and just put your hands on top of the blocks. So you just have them however you need it to give yourself just the support and release that you need for your shoulders. And then release down into the floor. So this is a really nice opening action for the shoulder blade region, for the shoulder blades and for the armpits. So just get comfy and then release. As you know, as we progress into the sequence, I'll speak less and less so that you can just relax rather than having to concentrate and listen. And when you're ready to disturb yourself, bring your arms to the sides of the body. Bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, and then just roll over onto your side. And then sit yourself up. Just come into cross legs. Just observing how the body feels. Listening to the breath. Okay, so we're going to do our the fish pose, which is Matsyendrasana, supported with a bolster. So get a couple of blocks like that, and then place your bolster in place like that. Have a folded blanket for underneath your head, so just create a little pillow shape. Have that for underneath your head. Now you need a second bolster. If you haven't got a second bolster, you can just put some blocks underneath your feet, underneath your knees, sorry. So you're just going to sit close to the end of your bolster. Have the bolster on the other bolster underneath your knees, and then you just guide yourself down onto the floor and let the front chest open. Just adjust a couple of times if it doesn't feel right in your back. Just give yourself a couple of opportunities to get into the right position. Just feeling that your back is supported. So the back supported by the ramp bolster, and the other bolster just sits underneath your knees. And then allow yourself to release into the floor. So I often find that this pose is really nice for lower back stiffness, but you have to adjust a few times just to get into the right position. Okay, push yourself up into a seated position, push your hands into the floor and then sit yourself up. Just move the bolster from underneath your knees for a moment. Just sit in cross legs, just observing your energy, observing the quietness of your energy. And then we're going to do our supported bridge pose. So just move the bolsters, get your blanket and unfold it like this. And then roll up the end so you create a little Swiss roll, just a little support for your neck. This is really nice. And then have the bolster nearby. You're going to come down onto the floor, just resting your back of your neck in the roll. That in itself is just really, really nice. Then you're going to lift up the seat bones, just bring the bolster underneath the lower to middle back. Just adjust your position, and then you can either rest your arms on over your head like this, or have your arms at the sides of the body. Just whatever you do, try and move any equipment out of the way that might be getting in the way. Just allow yourself to release down into the floor. So the supported bridge pose, just a gentle inversion, just bringing quietness and release. Just allowing yourself to completely surrender into the floor, just feeling the benefit of the equipment, just to allow you to open up your energy. Just bring your arms to the sides of the body. Just lift your seat bones and then slide the bolster away. Just putting your knees in towards your chest so that you can come back down onto the floor. Have the knees under the bolster underneath your knees, and then lift your head, unfold the blanket so that it's just a normal blanket pillow fold, and then allow yourself again just to relax into the floor. So allow the body to completely surrender into the straight line of the floor. Let the muscles of the arms and the legs completely relax, unhooking the muscles of the arms and the legs so that the body becomes consciously heavy on the ground. out of that heaviness, observe feeling of energetic lightness radiating from your bones and into the muscles. Into your organs, and into the flesh and the skin. Using your in-breath and your out-breath to distribute that feeling of energetic lightness down into the toes, into the fingers, into the top of the head. And then when you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, just bring yourself back into this pose of Shavasana. And then bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have the feet apart and the knees together, just resting your back into the floor. And draw your knees in towards your chest, just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then roll over onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position. Just a final cross legs with your hands in Namaste, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy you have released through your practice. Good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the relaxation poses bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to seek to acknowledge the positive energy you have created inside. And then to send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms face outwards. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel like you're really full of good, positive energy and got good energy to put into your evening. So thank you very much for joining me.